So this is the Leatherman Sidekick, and this multi-tool has been so useful for the past number of years that I've owned it. And I want to also discuss why you should choose the Sidekick over the Wingman. With the Sidekick, instead of this sort of serrated blade, on the Wingman you just get a little hook blade like box opener. I definitely think this is really, really useful. If you want to cut through rope, this knife is really good for that. Having that separate serrated blade, super useful. And I think you can use the can opener. That's as effective as the box opener that they give you. So I think you're actually missing out on an extra accessory by getting the other one. Also, a pair of scissors I don't think is as useful as a saw blade. If you do any sort of outdoor work, maybe you've got a bit of wood in an emergency and you need to break down the wood a little bit, having the saw blade is a lot more appealing in my opinion. And it's a big saw blade as well, and it locks. The locking mechanism of this knife is so fantastic. So the way you hold it, you can push on that blade and it's not going to come undone. And then this, just you push inwards and that moves out of the way to let you put the knife away. To get the blade out, you can just push in that crevice there to open it out. And then there you have it. That's also locked in place, so it can't undo until you press the button in, and then you can fold it away. But actually the shape of the blade is what makes this quite useful as well. Because it's got a drop point, it means that you can puncture things a lot easier. And sometimes if you just need to do a delicate operation, like you just need to cut a thin layer of cellophane, say you're opening a box or something and you want to just cut a thin layer, it makes it really precise with that point. It's actually quite good for whittling jobs and things like that. And because you can put your thumb against it and it's not going to close on you, you can maneuver about and use it really effectively for that. Or if you're just using it to cut cheese, it just cuts through in a breeze. It's a really nice design. Obviously, one of the other standout features is you open it like this and you've got a set of pliers with multiple uses all in the one set of pliers. So because it's slightly rounded there, you can get around certain nuts and bolts and screws you need to grab hold of and then open. It also has a wire cutter by holding there and then chopping through things in this part here. And you can hold it lighter and strip wire with it. And also it's got a needle nose plier, so for more delicate plier work, you can use the end part. If it wasn't spring loaded, after you operate it, you'd have to then use your other hand to do it. So this means that with one hand, you can grab one thing, loosen it off, grab another without having to use your other hand to open it or go on the inside and push it open, which is really annoying. So that's really cool. And it's got this great clip on the back here. So if you lose the pouch, or if you don't have a pouch, you can still clip it on things like your belt. So it's there on your belt and then off it comes. It really is well named by calling it the Sidekick. And this is definitely my main knife that I use when I'm on jobs and things where you need to have a simple basic multi-tool. And that's what this is really good for. And obviously, because it's Leatherman, it's built to a high standard, and this certainly doesn't falter there. And you've got your screwdrivers here, so you've got Phillips head there, and then you've got your flat head right there too. And you know, I expect to have this for years to come, and it still operate really, really well. So highly, highly recommended it. If you want a tool that's reliable, will last you a long time, and has some fantastic features, you can't go wrong with the Sidekick.